I will protect you.
I suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
Nicely done.
Focus. The battle continues.
Well said.
Fine place to harvest some ingredients.
Goblins, Master!
Leave it to me.
I'll combine my magic with yours, and you may cast the spell.
Wish me to return? At once, Master.
Your current vocation is ill-suited to wielding a bow, Master.
Indeed, you are correct. There must be some way to make it over there. But how to go about it? Might we not make use of our flying foe to reach our destination? Methinks we could move this boulder if we work together.
Shall we set it rolling?
I fear it's ought to do the trick. I knew that I could count upon your strength, Arisen. Now, what might that be?
We ought to take a closer look.
Isn't much of an adventure if all we do is make camp. Let us return once we've grown tired from our labours. Really now, you mustn't shirk your duty, lest you forget 'tis the Arisen we serve here.
I've just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my travels beyond the rift. May I show you to its location?
Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but some masters rearrange their party at the drop of a hat. One such Arisen dismissed me after only half a day of service. Each to their own.
I shan't let them harm you.
Battle is to be avoided, I take it, Arisen.
Let us defer to the Arisen's judgment.
Right you are.
Just hand over your forward, and I'll let you alone. I'll wait here. You go.
You're not meant to regret this! Cannot let down our guard even for a moment, lest victory slip away from us.
By your leave. We cannot break it from this side.
I understand.
Only noble. Hand over your coin, and I'll let you alone.
I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge.
We must not let down our guard. Only one among us could make use of this. 'Tis a quality piece of equipment.
There's no harm keeping it on hand till a use presents itself.
Your current vocation is ill-suited to wielding a bow, Master.
Right you are. My protection! Was excellent! I could have done no better!
Let me get that. You're like to grow overburdened if you keep picking up every little trinket you find. We are none of us alike in vocation.
Our respective abilities are unique as well.
Let us utilize our individual strengths wherever possible.
L'isfermor fatindome. Anasinde aliale aciales.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few.
Your current vocation is ill-suited to wielding a bow, Master.
Oh, true to your word, you have come. This shan't do.
Hold fast, Arisen! I will be with you in but a moment. This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time. Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
We must not let down our guard. Paths to victory are myriad indeed. That strategy never would have occurred to me.
Not what I expected.
Forgive me, Arisen. I shall see to it this does not happen again.
Battle is best avoided.
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe well and true.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes. We've a choice of where to go, but how to know the path best traveled?
Let us examine each path carefully before we decide.
Your current vocation is ill-suited to wielding a bow, Master.
Right you are.
I shan't let them harm you.
Poison ought to be cured with all due haste.
Resounding success. This boulder looks mighty heavy, but we might just be able to move it if we combine our efforts.
Rolling.
Harpies descend!
Violence is effective against this foe.
Poison is a nasty affliction.
You're well fond of picking things up, aren't you?
You have my protection. decision may spell our doom. One of us has been poisoned.
Seems we have to raise our foe.
Why do we not use their range to our advantage?
Must admit that it feels wonderful to strike through. First and foremost, once not on the battles, will prove a much easier target when lying prone.
This battle will demand all our strength. We must stand together if we are to seize victory.
Enemy slowed. Perhaps we'll tire them out.
We must not give them a chance to recover.
Strike fast, and I want the fall. That's it.
My thanks. There you are. Your current vocation is ill-suited to wielding a bow, Master.
True enough. We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
Try me! Mercy! Heavens, God.
I shan't let them harm you.
Hope you weren't expecting mercy. There's a ladder here.
We ought to put it to good use.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads, despite the hour. Much obliged.
Welcome.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads.
Shall we get some rest then?
Twas a chimera I was tasked with battling.
Good morrow, everyone.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
I hope you slept well.
Only care I have is how to spend the day.
I'd like a quiet life. Till ripe old age. Water well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost. Hospitality. In all Vernworth. You know where to find. Well met. I'm just grateful.
I've heard some interesting tidings about town.
Regarding the Vermont...
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you. Do come again.
Well, you will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the... The foremost hospitality in... You know where to find me. Well, you will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost You know where to find me.
Welcome.
This place is awful dull. Can't complain, mind.
Why is everyone always in such a hurry?
I've a knack for combining materials that I hope you'll find useful. I'll craft all I can using what's in my pack.
Be well, Arisen.
Let us work together. I've just remembered a curious rumor I overheard once. Seems there's an illness pawns can catch beyond the rift that has devastating consequences for those around them. Worse still, the pawn never knows they're sick. They just become restless and flippant and won't heed the Arisen.
Indeed. Well, we shall have to remain watchful, lest one of our company should start showing signs of this sickness.
Let's see. Where to next?
Look, yonder, toward the sea. I spy a distant shore, a land untraveled.
One day, when we're well prepared, perhaps we might venture there and explore. Have we purchased all that we require? We ought to review the contents of our packs, just to be... sure.
Oh, there's something written here.
Let's have a look then.
Tis a glad thing we rested when we did.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste. We've earned ourselves a pat on the back.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle. Do watch where you're going. You'll hurt yourself one of these days.
Oh, don't mind me. These things happen.
might through strength in numbers.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Precisely when a curative is needed, Master. You'll never...
Over here! A new destination calls to you, I take it. Oh, say no more. I look forward to seeing where you take us.
There will be other opportunities to lead. For now, let us follow.
You run so fast. I can hardly. Everyone has their own reasons for doing battle, but knowing that doesn't make it any easier to join the fray.
True enough.
Nicely done.
I can do no less in service to the Arisen.
Splendid. Stay with me, Arisen.
Wait a moment.
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
Oh, true to your word, you have come. Let us begin at once. I should like to observe your form first and foremost. You have my gratitude. I learned much from you just now. In fact, I have made a discovery. Unlike those of Elven make, bows crafted by other races are designed for keen aim, but I can see this is no revelation for you. I expect you thought this design common to all bows, yes? Not so for those of Elven make, however. Our bows are crafted to guide not the hand. Mayhap you will find the sentiment strange, but such is the perspective of Elven kind. We are taught that arrows loosed with proper form strike true, as if 'tis all a matter of poise. I admit, I find it rather baffling myself. Perhaps that is why my bowmanship has failed to improve. Yet with this bow, I begin to understand. Let us see if I fare any better now. Huzzah! What a feat! I can hardly believe it. Every last arrow found its mark. This marvel is nothing at all like an elven bow. The design allows for ease of aim and steadfast flight of each arrow. To think that I should feel such a difference. Mayhap I am more suited to a bow of foreign make than one of my own people's. 'Tis a strange thought, but how else to explain it? My arrows have not soared so true in all my days. I'd nearly given up on myself. Yet 'twould seem I am not without talent after all. My performance with this bow has divested me of such doubts. But the ingenuity of this design, if only my people would take heed. It is all very well to talk of honing one's form, but why should we not perfect the tool so integral to our customs? I am decided. I shall take this bow back to the arbor. With this as my weapon, I have no doubt I shall pass my trial of archery.
It seems Sir Glyndor's doubts no longer plague him. May his newfound confidence see him through his trial of archery.
Right you are.
Look there. Methinks I spy aught of use.
We ought to take a closer look.
A cabin, of all things. It seems undisturbed. Mayhap we'll be the first ones to explore it.
'Tis an exciting discovery, but we ought not to lose our heads. We cannot break it from this side.
True enough.
With the bow you gifted me in hand,
I lack information pertinent to this task. Consider hiring a pawn better apprised of such matters.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few. I only hope I did not disappoint.
We should be able to move this boulder with our combined might.
Would anyone care to push? A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to...
What is that? A tower? Nay. A statue?
We ought to take a closer look.
It's rather peaceful here, isn't it?
I'll take the peace and quiet over a horde of enemies any day.
Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Off we go then.
Feeling rested, I trust? Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
We must not let down our guard.
While we're here, shall we take care of that other task we were entrusted with as well?
Efficiency is not the only factor worthy of consideration.
Interested in my wares? Interested in my ware? Pleasure doing.
Nothing caught your eye? Oh, that's a shame. Let's hope there's aught worth our coin next time.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In back.
Tis a pity we must part after sharing such a journey.
If ever you've need of an ear to listen.
The rules at your left. Last night's scuffle.
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should... be glad to assist you.
Always a pleasure.
I can imagine no one better to lead the vanguard than you, Master.
A vocation well chosen, Arisen.
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the full... Almost hospitality. In all, Vernworth. Much obliged.
Welcome.
Could you come over here?
Well, you will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when... treated to the foremost hospitality in all the... You know where to find. Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when... treated to the foremost hospitality. You know where to find.
Here already, are we?
Welcome to... And quality's what you need if you want... to survive. So before you check, hope to see you again.
Hail, friend. How fare you? 'Tis not long now ere I am to undertake the trial of archery. I thought it only right to tell you that, as you were the one who gifted me the bow that I'll be using. I was also rather hoping you would consider attending. But the path to the arbor is not easy. There is a log bridge near the ruins where I train. I'll await you on the other side.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
Are you in the market for something in particular? Always a pleasure.
Need anything? Stop by again soon.
Shall we seek out the young man from the other day? I can guide...
Hi. Faring well, would you care to join me? I'd not say no. I was hoping you'd say that. Do you know, I had a feeling we'd meet here today. Say, you're not from round here, are you? How I envy you. This city is all I know. I long to learn more of the outside world, but Mother won't allow it. She's always telling me how dangerous it is beyond the palace walls. But after all, if the world truly is so perilous, what of the lives of our people? It seems unfair that I alone should be shielded from that reality. But listen to me waffling on. My apologies, friend, but I'd best be going. Thank you for indulging me.
Now there's a worthy prize. If only 'tweren't so far away. Ah, I've just remembered. Look how many women we count among our number.
And yet, no two of us are the same.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here.
Wolves! Faster! We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
I shall be proud to serve you, Arisen.
I do so enjoy the smell of the forest.
Let us hope we make it through without incident.
I knew it to be so.
Methinks we could move this boulder if we work together.
Shall we set it rolling?
oxen.
'Tis best to leave harmless creatures be.
You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use. Let my magic rod bring an immense
I've got a good feeling about this one.
You've my gratitude. I hope this conveys my gratitude.
Look, Master, a chest. We must find a way to open it.
Surely we can make our way over to it somehow.
You've come. Shall we be off? Follow me, and pray take care not to fall behind.
The sacred arbor will be a sight to behold, I am sure. Let us trust in Ser Glindor to see us there.
Shall we follow, Master?
Aren't you fine today? You see well. I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I'm up to the challenge.
Try not to break it, lest all that bin goes to waste. Now, this is a good find.
A fitting reward for a rigorous search. We trounced our foe well and true.
Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement. Yon statue may yield new sights. if we can reach it.
I can foresee no reason not to go see it up close. It seems we have a ready a reckless abandon makes the easy prey. Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. Any hope of it, you must employ every tactic at our disposal. We've little need for a campsite at present.
I understand the inclination arisen. Camping is one of life's simple pleasures after all.
Do not despair! I'm coming to your aid! Fighting remain level-headed. We are to retreat. You must cleanse yourself of that oil. Post haste. I grant you roaring flame.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts. That ladder looks promising, but we'll have to drop it down from above.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead.
I've got wares of every ilk. Pleasure doing business with you.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
Gold is a resource best spent judiciously.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
Fear not. I'll think of something.
Alla carilm ilmen elote falomentarin nun fear nandeuin morteren ecialis.
Isilrod vane nun lia casinque erenon. Lia fendel nar salma we fear.
Alla carilm fionoaro osto urne.
Some of us fail to grasp that this world extends beyond the bounds of our cloistered... Ah, forgive me. From this moment forth, so long as you remain by my side... Now, come. The place the trial should be held is just up ahead.
Onde casinque fanilm.
The trial of archery shall be held here. I bid you wait just a moment while I prepare my entry. But I've just noticed they ne'er leave their posts.
Nenwen mor Iwanon. Alcarwa fir nun eldaya. Martir fa nun fionor. Minas vena eralote. Alcarwa fir nun eldaya. Menelume.
No. Darren? I cannot stand idly by while my sister is in peril. My friend, if e'er I've had need to call upon your aid, 'tis now. I beg of you to join me in my sister's rescue. There is no time. I shall mark the location of the ogre's den upon your map. Make haste.
Here you are, Master. I hope you like it. I found it myself.
Bindamun.
You have my admiration. I doubt even my own master has obtained an article so rare.
Akaya arume fa in Iterond. Etele eldalia nun we in lalasta.
Onde casinque fanil.
treasure chest! I can hardly wait to open it.
Let us hope your curiosity will be rewarded.
You're here, and not a moment too soon. We must find my sister and save her from the ogre's clutches.
Beninume, mormartir tel adaka kiriandio.
Tayel ni sil arin fel. Nun morivin wi alcarwa menelume.
Nando infa ekialis, pelinolwende, sinde, soron, ayele alvekil.
Moriven fendel nar itarondo vani. Falis tulia fuenenumin osto taralia osto telpe. Lung.
I never would have expected to find a cave in a place like this. I knew you would prevail, Master.
We can ill afford to grow overconfident. Our foe is not yet roused. I'll put this to use.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
We ought to consider this a lesson. This is what befalls one who lets down their guard.
Choppers! Seems there's no escaping them! Master. Losing your balance on an
I grant you fire's blaze. Use it well.
at it! And set it alight!
There's a chest. I shall take a look inside.
You're staring, Arisen. Has aught yonder caught your eye?
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
It is rather high. It might be beyond our reach.
Leave this to me, Master. I'll see us through. Shall I assist? Find of the century, I dare say. I wonder whether my master from beyond the rift managed to find that. Somehow, I doubt it.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself. Tis overly narrow here, and ill-suited to combat.
Let us conclude.
Arbaheart, preserve me. 'Tis e'en more nightmarish a sight than I had feared. My father battles the ogre while my sister is clutched in its fist. But there is still hope, if I act quickly. Listen well, friend. I shall strike the beast's arm while my father holds its attention. The moment the ogre relinquishes my sister, I ask that you leave. I have ne'er attempted to strike a target so distant before. Yet, for the sake of my sister, my arrows must fly true. Pray. Keep Darren out of harm's way. We must...
Master, we must carry Miss Darren to safety.
Where the ogre?
Shame I've no advantage against this foe. Are we all in the same boat?
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
Blocks our way. Perhaps we might remove it by force. If a ranged attack is needed, you can count upon my aim. Might I be of assistance?
Materials such as this can be combined to craft things.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Oh, my heart. There can be no gladder tidings in all the world. Words shall ne'er suffice to express my gratitude, friend. None of this would have been possible if you had not gifted me this bow. You are my sister's savior. I am forever in your debt.
Eteler, lea fermor eldalia iralotte.
Finlenar.
Karilm ilmen arcael. Silfa nambawe nun kalael alame. Kemenindor kanian irils aldecar. Fionar elwe arfarne nenwen sur orne. Eteler, lea fermor eldalia iralotte. Ondovana alvekil, eteler ne anler ailame. Lungtena peli telume. Ane martir, tindome ingarina fa alme alcarwa. Nenwen mor aiwanon. Artahir curir, morfa erando, amanda kill. Kiriando anmaindor hiroth, Artahir curir, morfa erando, amanda kill. Vanelin hiror soron, sorne an fameltol. Kasinke telpi nun finaler. Lera nefir heranon, anne artaher firnis.
Finlenar. Lungdena with firn osto. My gratitude to you knows no bounds, friend. 'Twas your kindness that altered my plight as much as this bow. Not only are you my sister's savior, but mine as well. By the by, if you are as passionate about mastery of the bow as I am...
Kalael alame, karilm ilmen arcael. Aidalia anandor, nun lintan. Heror anne oia fermor, anendu palan hiarmenran, lis fa arnefane, elorato ala, nun mor arta her. Laicasar an nefanamo lis kiriandio mor iavstir lalasta. Nun falesmir magananon, anamor lis turcul.
We succeeded in rescuing Miss Darren. Our efforts are sure to have earned the trust of the Elven people.
I like that!
but not at the expense of my duty.
Master, 'twould be prudent to rid yourself of any excess items.
Lessening our load will help to keep us light on our feet.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it? Phantoms make attack!
Arisen, are you all right?
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
Onde casinque fanil.
'Tis clear we are little welcome.
It is done, Master. Now a ferry stone can whisk us here whensoever we desire.
Onde casinque fanil.
Ayu, fanamo nemetami.
Menel, Berlin, Lisfa Ondosor.
Sur fairness, alane alvekil.
Hermenra, Heru Almina.
Kemenros.
Etela el dalia nunwe el one. Isilrod fanun galayan lom.
Pray, slow your feet. You run too fast for the likes of me.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
A chest. What harm could there be in having a peek?
One goldstone shard is a mere rock, but combined they can work miracles.
We must take care not to throw it away by mistake.
Let me get that.
Elelot osto silfa malantha alecano mine in fair avehum. Angudu telpe.
Inkal ne malantha.
Nambawi.
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
This ladder can take us to new heights.
Ah, excellent find.
fall for it. Shame on you.
Here's hoping there'll be no...
If you must go off on your own, there's naught to be done. I only hope you'll return sooner rather than later.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
You are the Arisen, yes? The captain gave me your description. Follow me!
We must consider the needs of the common folk as well. Always does a number on my shoulders.
'Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards espy you, I will be forced to play my part. Pray, be cautious.
Who's there? Pray, keep your voice low. 'Twouldn't be good for either of us if someone was summoned to come check on me. Could it be that you have come to bring Mother's schemes to light? Aye, Disa is my mother. Pray forgive me for not telling you sooner. 'Twas never my intent to deceive you. I simply feared that if I spoke the truth, none would wish to involve themselves with me. But that is no longer a concern. 'Tis clear that we are allied in purpose. My word, you mean to say that you are the true Arisen? That the Sovereign currently residing in the palace is a pretender? Could Mother have had a hand in that as well?
Regent Kin Sven appears to be missing from his chambers. Have you seen him?
Me? No, sir.
Then start searching, you fool. Should aught befall the Regent Kin, 'tis us who'll
Forgive me. My absence seems to have made this rather more difficult for us. This room turned up little of interest, but I've a mind to look into this further. I shall send word to Captain Brandt if I discover aught you should know. I'll head out first and speak with the Sentinels. Use that opportunity to make good your escape.
Forgive me. When does my wife always a fresh breeze blowing round here?
I've got to focus. My shift's only
Some
just
of us
begun.
get complacent, but I train every day.
Our soldiers need better.
I have been waiting for you, Arisen.
What's this? Come to admire my sculptures, have you? Ho, ho! To think my eminence as a collector would reach in the ears of the Arisen. If only my collection were... Alas, the sculpture that I commissioned to be its... And 'twould wound my pride to have you behold my collection yet. If your curiosity shall not be denied, however, the man's home is located in Bakbatal. You need only tell him that I eagerly await...
We may benefit from pursuing the information.
These writings could be of import.
Let's have a look then.
What? Huh.
My, I'm trapped like a rat in a cage. This Arisen's both shrewd and fleet of foot. What? Can't you think of a reason? I'd thought you were keener wit than that. Let's just say there are some who don't want you wandering about as you please. I was to report on your comings and goings, you see. But I suppose that job's over. Now you found me out? So, how about it, friend? Will you let me go? I've no reason to trouble you any further. Understandable. Still, no harm in asking, was there? Let's get this over with, then.
You there! Halt!
Shit! We're in for it now.
With all likelihood, he is an agent dispatched from Batal. Pray, let us handle the rest. We will hear all he has to say before the week is out. I bid you, wait till then.
Report to me if aught catches your eye.
Yes, sir!
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
We shall see how bold you are in irons. Do not test me.
Boots laced, belt strapped. I'm ready for the patrol.
Above all,
What did I do to deserve this?
Oh, what luck! 'Tis a chest.
Let us hope your curiosity will be rewarded.
Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? I've been fine wares.
Greetings, Your Majesty. Have you a moment to speak?
Makes my blood boil.
Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine wares.
Could use a little fun to brighten
The rules at your leisure.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. How fared your mission? Was there aught suspicious to be found in the Queen Regent's office? This scrap. 'Twas part of a letter, and from Batal no less. This alone can prove little, but 'tis clear that Deeza's schemes run deep. To think, Deeza's actions have weighed even on the mind of her own son. 'Tis a surprise, but a welcome one. Deeza is the doting mother before the Regent King. If Regent King Sen is willing to aid us by drawing Deeza's focus, we may be able to gain more useful information. You have done well, Your Majesty. Though I am limited in the aid I'm able to offer.
What could the Queen Regent be plotting?
I know not what to make of this.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim, we will hear all he has to say. Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? So the acting chief of Melve was blamed. I suspect this is some ploy of the Queen Regent and her ilk. However, I've heard no report of her capture as of yet. It may well be that she is safe. Perchance, she has fled somewhere outside of Deeza's reach. Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Of all those who serve the Queen Regent, there is but one who I have no doubt will lend. I refer to Waldar, a magistrate. Many a time has Deeza demanded Waldar amend the Code of Vermont to her own benefit. And many a time has the magistrate refused her, for he is loyal to none but the spirit of the law. Our laws dictate that Your Majesty is our rightful ruler. Thus, as the staunchest supporter of the law known to the palace, I'm quite confident that Waldor will be... What say you? I've prepared a means for you to enter the palace dungeons. Pray, this mission demands the utmost secrecy. Prithee be cautious, Your Majesty. Should you be discovered, I will be unable to lend aught in the way of aid.
Mayhap a noble will succumb to my charms.
This isn't much to go on.
Well met, sir. It's a bit early for arrests yet. A sprinkle of misfortune can make a pleasant spice.
'Tis a ladder. Shall we see where it leads?
Good evening, sir. I trust you...
Bed all right on the roads, despite the hour? You know where to find.
I fear I've no wisdom to offer.
I'm nodding off where I stand. Might as well.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few. We shall await you here, Master.
Still a while to go before the shift's over.
I have all come here that day to myself.
Wonder if he was too early for dinner.
What am I delivering? I'm just grateful I didn't leave for
I'm about ready to fall asleep on my feet.
So, you've come. Captain Brant bade me allow you passage.
I must go where duty calls me.
Can't expect to fare so well every day.
This place is awful dull. Can't complain, mind.
I must have let the captain see my needs.
So this is where you were, Master. I searched high and low for you.
have you come to release me from this jail? Who are you? No. Then we are presented with three options. Or Deezer's arisen is false, or you are lying to me. Have you proof that you are arisen, as you say? Ah, they say the Arisen's breast bears a wound akin to the dragon's claw. By that mark, 'twould seem 'tis true. This reminds me of a happening 148 years ago. During the reign of Regent Alphonse, a man named Crusoe appeared and claimed to be arisen. He went before the people, insisting that he, and not Regent Alphonse, was the true arisen, the one fit to lead them as their ruler. And what befell him, you are? Ha! Crusoe was discovered to be a liar. Aye, I dare say your arrival portends another beheading, but whose will it be? Escape? Here, I spend my days perusing the code and deciphering old texts, and I need not turn my ear to Deezer's absurd demands. That said, if you know of a place with a mountain of tomes, tell me. I suspected as much. Then...
The magistrate seeks a place to quench his thirst for knowledge. Where might we find one, I wonder?
Well now, I'm not sure.
For arrest as yet. Such quiet.
Shall we seek out the young man from the other day? I can guide you there if you wish.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Hoy, friend! Have you any time for me today? I dare say there's something I've come to understand during my stolen hours exploring. Every last resident in this city is wholeheartedly devoted to living out their lives, for it made me painfully aware of my own position. I want to live a life I can proudly call my own, and to achieve it with all that my heart desires. I tire of enduring my mother's coddling, and of having to mind every twitch in her face in order. Looking at this box, 'tis proof that I am not my mother's servant to be willed about as she pleases. 'Tis something I obtained of my own will. Here is the last of the gold I owe you. Pray forgive me for making you wait for it. Now, I'd best be off. I may not be able to wander the city again for some time. Thus I cannot say, though I feel. Till then.
That was quite a gift. I hope that procuring it was not a burden upon the lad.
Indeed, you are correct.
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tail pipe.
Ha! How do you like that? I'm unfamiliar with the matter at hand. Perhaps... we should have a more knowledgeable pawn join our party.
Gather round, treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. My tale entertain you? No, even if it shouldn't, I would...
This ladder can take us to new heights.
What did you think of that story? 'Twas well told and all, but not particularly exciting. I'd heard tell of a beggar doing... And by the look of it, he doesn't appear to be making much for his effort.
Look! Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
A master storyteller. And should my tale entertain you? Nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, as today I shall speak of riddles and monsters with frightful mystique. In the north of Vermund is our curious tale staged, where ventured a hero off the page. He delved into a temple of baleful feature, only to be confronted by a four-legged creature. But when our hero drew his blade, unto him a demand was made. And who the asker? Why, the beast! An uncanny affair, to say the least. Yet there was no time for shock and dismay, as, "Answer my riddle," did the fearsome thing say. The trickery was clear. To respond meant certain doom. But in the midst of his answer, he'd doubtless be consumed. So a mighty attack did our hero dispense, to conquer his foe and banish it thence. With a single strike was the towering beast repelled, to quail in fear at the mortal strength it beheld. Such is the legacy of Lord Rosamond, who, needless to say, was the father of House Berkeley, which lives on to this day. Not a care in the world. What's the witch? Gather round, treat your ears to a tale. Aye, got some coin to spare you. Much appreciated.
I'd heard tell of a beggar doing well for himself. So where's he get his coin then?
Gather round, treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you, nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, as today I shall tell of a serpent with powers most fell. Our hero ventured into a shrine long enclosed, whereupon he found serpent and soldiers in battle opposed. Though to the soldiers' aid he would fain have leapt, unease overtook him.
Now there's a worthy prize. If only 'tweren't so far away.
Hear the room filled with screams, soldiers wailing at their plight. Then the shrine grew deathly still, and our hero was all alone. For every last soldier had been transformed to stone. Wary of his foe, and with presence of mind, the man crept up to the pillar upon which 'twas entwined. Seeing his moment, he unsheathed his blade and brought the pillar low in a thundering cascade. The gloating serpent was caught by surprise, and with a pitiful hiss, 'neath the pillar it writhed. till mustering swiftly the last of its might, to the depths of the shrine did the monster take flight. Thus, with a wit as sharp as his sword was honed, did our hero put an end to the threat imposed. And who was our hero? Why, needless to say, 'twas the father of House Berkeley, which lives on to this day. Gather round, treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you, nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, as today I shall tell of a serpent with powers most fell. Our hero ventured into a shrine long...
Oh, are you there? Your presence is requested at the... Who's the one request? I didn't ask. 'Tis none of my concern. The fellow said aught about the usual place.
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you. Do come again.
Well met, sir.
No hope left, is there?
Got to try to enjoy life wherever
Go
when
on, have a look.
Got to make room for my next shipment.
A mug of ale.
Look.
There's a ladder here.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
I've got the sharpest ears in town.
Well met, sir.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. Ah, yes. Regarding your pursuer from some days past, as we suspected, when he learnt of your Majesty's escape, he began inquiring after your movements. 'tis a glad thing we captured him. As to how he learned your Majesty's location with such ease, I shall be sure to inform you when I do.
So the agent was of Batal, after all. 'Tis rather eerie that someone should be sent across the border to spy on you.
There is much we ought to tend to. I bear word from Regent Sen-Sen, your Majesty. A minister who happens to be one of the Queen Regent's staunchest and most powerful allies in the palace. From the pains he took to remain on scene, that alone is reason to suspect the Regent Kin intends to call Allard to his chambers come nightfall. He bids you to use this opportunity to search the minister's chambers and see if there's aught to be learned. I shall ensure that the door to the minister's chambers is open between midnight.
Nothing compared.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to a place with books likely to entice Magistrate Waldo, you say. Kendrick of the Gracious Hand is versed in many things. Perchance he knows of such a place? There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim, do not forget that we will...
This isn't much to go on. Hail, friend. I've an eye for people, and my instincts tell me you're of trustworthy ilk. I'm in a bit of a quandary, you see. I'm to be gone for a week with no one. Fear not, I only ask your name to list as a tenant. I'd be much obliged if you'd simply consider... Sound appealing?
But not at the expense of my duty.
Good thing I'm here, really. I know.
You've come. Glad to see you, friend. So, what say you? Would you care to live here? Many thanks, friend. I knew...
I'm all for camping, but solid walls are a joy that can't be beat. And hours for a full week at no charge. What a deal.
Indeed, you are correct. Shall we get some rest then? Though our foes were familiar, our tactics were most novel. 'Twasn't... Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
I hope you slept well?
I've a terrible itch. I hope 'tisn't fleas. I don't know what to do. I'm going to go explore.
Arms for the... There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. Was I lacking in devotion? Well met, Sir Arisen. Might few can afford perpetual... Was I lacking in devotion?
You don't look like much.
I'll hold on to this. After all, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Few can afford perpetual... Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for... Many thanks. Ah, hold on a moment, Sir Arisen. You see, one of the children we can... Malcolm, his name is. This building's very old. It could be that he's found himself. Might I impose on you to...
We won't get far with naught to go on. We'd best ask around, see what we can find out.
Is there aught I can assist you with?
Some meat would be nice, if 'tweren't so costly.
Life's been pretty kind to me.
Should your pack grow over full, have no fear. I'll light...
If our prayers are not heeded, where could Malcolm have gotten off to? Perhaps you could...
This place offers a view of the sea.
I see no reason to approach. Best we keep our distance.
Well met. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Not half. Go on, have a look. Well met. This here's the sank. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Keep those orders coming. This Interested in my wares?
This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Apologies, Master, but I can't guide you there from our current location.
Malcolm's been really into exploring of late. Just the other day, he was going round...
What should I do? What to do? I've no mother or father to speak of, you see. I wanted to get them a present to say thank you. And the problem, do you think you could help me? All in for true. I'm sure you'll find them pretty...
Tis a ladder. Shall we see where it leads?
Ah, excellent find.
Ho there. How might I beg a favor? of you. You have my gratitude.
This is for you, Master. I thought it might come in useful.
Ought to take a moment to replenish my strength. Welcome.
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in much obliged.
This hustle and bustle puts me right at home. Welcome. When does my...
I say we speak with anyone and everyone who springs to mind. You never know what sort of useful tidbits we might turn up. I can guide you to the vicinity of our destination, Master.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Hoya Risen! Have you brought me a bunch of flowers already? Oh, just look at them. They're the most beautiful flowers I've ever seen. These should brighten the sisters' days. Say, would you mind terribly if I asked you another favour? See, one of my friends taught me a magic spell. All you have to do is find a silver stone. But there's the problem. Would you find a silver stone and bring it? For true. I'll be waiting.
Our next mission is to acquire a silver stone. Mayhap silver ore will serve. We can purchase it, or mine it up ourselves.
Indeed, you are correct.
I find your company to be rather edible. Well, you will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when... treated to the foremost hospital. Much obliged.
This inspires more.
Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
Oh, I can't find a silver stone anywhere. Have you heard any... Oh, just look how it shines. Say, well, I'll tell you. Not to say I'm unhappy at the gracious hand, of course. I want to tell them how... Oh, it's so shiny.
Miss Daphne seemed pleased with our efforts. Mayhap we ought to pay her another visit sometime soon.
Indeed, you are correct.
'Tis good to be busy. Work begets opportunity.
Follow me if you...
Could it be that you are here to help me?
I wonder what it was Malcolm found.
Malcolm. All he's doing of late is don't know why he bought.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few.
I quite like it here.
Now it is a welcome sight.
Isn't the dragon river trouble? This is my sort of place. All the merrier. Let me think on this a minute.
I'm not the only one who's too busy to rest.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Such merriment ought to be preserved.
Time to be heading short.
How dare you!
Mayhap I ought to be getting going on.
I'll take any
The end comes. I shall not struggle.
Never did so.
Thought that I could spend all day here.
Crowds make for easy pickings.
Suppose I'd best be heading home. Loyalty's just another way to say you're up.
I wonder what it was Malcolm found. Maybe he was hoping to find something.
No one will disturb me here.
Why must fate be so cruel?
I've just remembered. There was another matter we were to attend to hereabouts. Was there not?
We shall have to decide which is the most pressing. We cannot do everything at once.
Such merriment ought to be preserved.
'Twas a fascinating tale those soldiers outside the palace were discussing.
Regarding the Queen Regent and an important personage, you mean?
Aye. Tell is her ties to this figure from the neighboring country have a romantic tint.
Oh, it's so shiny. Oh, hi, Arisen. You'll help me again if I need it, won't you? Please say yes. You were supposed to go explore. Wish he'd woken me up. I was really looking...
Shall we be off? We've a report to make.
Vaults, you say? Ah, but you mention rubble, aye? Then come, I fear the prey. Follow me, and quick. I believe this is the place to which the children will... Look, there, a hole. There is naught to be done but have a look for our... Let us make haste.
Heed your senses. If aught feels out of place, it could very well be a trap.
We'll manage whatever comes. We always do, don't we?
Malcolm, thank goodness you are unharmed. You have my eternal gratitude, Sir Arisen.
Sir Kendrick, you'll never believe what I've found. Books, sir. Books, books, and more books. It's like some sort of secret works.
Truly, perhaps we...
We ought to follow close behind, lest we get separated.
Right you are.
Is there no getting through this door?
I grant you fire's blaze. Use it well.
Over here.
Heavens above!
Isn't it amazing? And I found it. Me.
'Tis quite a find indeed. Is this some manner of archive? Why, I've ne'er seen so many books. This... Might I ask that you not share the... We cannot allow the knowledge accumulated. We ought to entrust its care to someone worthy. Someone who can... As for you, Malcolm, I for...
Oh, but...
However, in exchange for your silence, you may come... Let's investigate this place's secrets together, eh?
'Tis quite the collection of tomes. I'm sure I'd be seeing stars were I the scholarly sort.
Right you are.
Being by your side is an honor and a joy.
The books ne'er seem to end. Who could have brought them here, I wonder?
We shall have to crane our necks to spot our foes in a place like this.
Keep your eyes peeled.
I'll gather these now. 'Twould be a shame to forget their location when we need them most.
Only person I believe in is myself.
I would appreciate your swift return, Master. A fell unease begins to gnaw at me when you are gone over long.
It's not our place to hurry the Arisen.
Crowds can be troublesome. Let's be on my guard. No right. Steel yourself. I'm counting on you.
Have you lost your mind?
How dare you? This is beyond me.
asking for it. I should very much like to rejoin you, Master.
Reckon you can do as you please, lad?
You feared? Should be.
Stay with me, Arisen. Wait a moment. Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. I don't fancy my chances.
If you must go off on your own, there's naught to be done. I only hope you'll return sooner rather than later.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
How dare you! This is quite a quandary.
One ill-timed dodge, and I'm covered in bruises.
Give me a moment to think, will ye? It seems we must part ways for the time being.
How could I have forestalled this?
Like the look.
I shan't allow any further harm to come to you. I grant you roaring flame.
You have the strength.
You're not convinced to regret. should appreciate your swift return, Master. A fell unease begins to gnaw at me when you are gone over long.
Well, have you found some... Oh, to think such a place existed. Guide me outside, then. If you can deliver...
I'm not going to take that from you.
Let my magics grant you an elemental.
Aye, this should be far enough. My thanks. If you truly are arisen, then I swear to some words may be wind, but there's not mayhap the knowledge I've gained reading tomes of Eld.
Locked, I'm afraid.
We shall have to find the key then.
This is my sort of place. The more the merrier.
Must you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. As it seems Magistrate Wardor has been safely delivered from his cell. The man's dedication to justice shall mayhap it would be prudent to visit the man on occasion and avail yourself of his... Now, would you be so kind as to return the key I lent you? I thank you. Pray.
Huzzah! You've done it!
An achievement to be proud of.
What will our next adventure have in store for us, I wonder?
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared.
I feel refreshed and ready for a new day.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
I don't know about you, but I...